I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Let's pause the music here. Hey, so we have a new format here. Hey guys, how's it going? So we got a new format here. Got my coffee here. Let me say good morning, good day to everybody. So this new format is basically every morning I go through the news for myself, my RSS feeds and whatnot, and people are always asking me about these things. So I figured, why not share them in the morning with everybody? So yeah, so this will be a couple of times during the week. We'll go through some RSS feeds of that day. I'll comment on them, let you guys know what I think. And it's not something I have pre-set up. A lot of people do news. They'll look at, the whole day and do something later on. But this is my first look and first impressions about these things, and my personal insight, and my thoughts. It's just sharing and having a conversation with you guys. Join in. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want it now. Okay. That little slide. So bear with me. This is the first of this format. Everything is not super dialed in yet. But yeah, let's dive right into it here. Let's jump over to our Safari window. Sorry, we're gonna be editing a little here and there, as I see stuff that's not really right. I am using Ecamm for anybody that knows or uses that. If you have questions about it, hit me up. So I'll tweak a few things here and there that I thought I had locked down, but we'll go through. So yeah, so we have a view here of our RSS feeds. I am very old school. I use RSS feeds more than AI or any time of social platform to get my news. I follow certain people, certain things. This way I'm not sitting there trying to vet everything, because I vetted who people are. Anyhow, that don't mean something hasn't slipped in or anything along those lines. But yeah, so we'll dive in here in a second. Again, I'm dialing things in here. I do have some background music that's going. I want to make sure that isn't too loud for you guys. This is a two-way conversation. Anyone popping in, feel free to say hi or whatnot. I see Daniel popped in and said, "What's good?" This is good, Daniel. Cool. So again, this is kind of my morning ritual. Coffee, sit down, go through my news before I head off to work, and I figured I would share that with you guys. The aim here is to be like under half an hour. But you know, they never know. I might run on a tangent about something specific in the news, and it might run longer. We are not looking at the clock. We are just going for it. I am on Pacific time, so it's my mornings. Yeah, so let's dive right in. So, of course, we went live, and I see my live here in my own feed. But yeah, let's just look at some of these headlines. Why I refuse to buy a Sony mini LED TV ever again. Don't know. He looks like he's live right now too. Mini LEDs. Yeah, there's a lot of talk around them. I haven't personally used them, so I can't talk too much about them. Sony does make the best OLED panels, and they are the gold standard in the motion picture industry. We use them all the time. But yeah, let's keep going here. Blue Skies teases a subscription model named Blue Sky Plus. It figures, right? Do they have enough people to really do that? Do you guys use Blue Sky? I do have an account. I've had it for quite a long time. We were lucky enough to get one, get an invite early on. But I follow a lot of tech news, and that seemed like a lot of local political type news, which isn't always what I'm looking for. Yes, I keep up with my politics and everything, but again, I'm not one for... I need to follow certain people. And if they're not on that platform, I'm not just going to read news from anyone, or I shouldn't say that. I do read news from everyone, but I take it with a grain of salt, right? There's that old saying, believe nothing what you see and half of what you hear, right? So, I don't know. You can now play these multiplayer games on YouTube. Have you guys played games on YouTube? I have not. I have never dove into it. How to play multiplayer games on YouTube. As of this article, there are only 2 titles available for multiplayer, so I guess it's not a multiplayer thing. Yeah. Again, I may fly through a lot of this stuff and hang on topics that resonates with me. Lucid Gravity SUV. Okay, Lucids, they seem okay. I am on the Tesla bandwagon, I guess. I do have 2. I like EVs. For how long? I don't know. We'll see. Comparing DJI Mics to the new Rode. Yeah, Rode came out with a new small microphone. Or I shouldn't say... They just came out with another one, right? Rode came out with a really tiny one for phones a couple of weeks ago, and now they just released another Go version. And the Go version looks like it's the same version as their old version, but without the timestamps in it. I personally have the DJI Mic 1 sitting right here. I do use it when I'm on the go. I just like that it's a well-made case, solid. It is not 32-bit float, so you have to be aware of that. For those that don't know, 32-bit float makes it easier to... it gives you more dynamic range so that you could get your volume better. You could automatically sway it more dramatically. So it's better if you're going from loud locations to quiet and so forth. Anyway, this one is not. I just adjust my levels. I haven't run out and buy it. And, for the studio, I use the studio mic, or I use the DJI if I'm doing some overhead work on the other side of the room or something. Say Cyberpunk. The future is here. DaVinci Resolve is ahead of this. Let's take a look. Instantly edit any live stream Edit camera files while they're still recording. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to sit here and watch the videos with you guys. But did you guys know that you could go to Gemini, paste in a URL of a YouTube video, and get a summary of the video? So this video is about new features in DaVinci Resolve that allows you to edit live streams and other video content as it's being recorded. It's possible thanks to a new device called the Blackmagic A10 Mini. Yeah, I mean, the A10 Mini Pro has been around for a while. I had it. It was good for what it did. I recently made the move to the Rodecaster Video by Rode, which is pretty nice as well. It kind of let me free up 2 different devices in one, which can have the flash drive and allow. Okay, I mean, I don't see myself really using this. So the idea is it's recording it to another drive, and you could be editing that while you're recording. I guess if you have a team of people, it might be good if you're trying to get stuff out fast. I don't know. I would much rather finish the whole recording and then edit. It looks like the Sony headset is back on sale. Those are pretty comfy, and the noise cancellation is pretty decent. Are you guys using Sony's? Me personally, you know, I have the Apple AirPod Pros, and I use those all the time. I do have the Macs in the office. You might see me wearing them once in a while, but sorry about that. But they pretty much sit on the wall for the most part nowadays. But they're really, really good if you're listening to movies and stuff like that, because the fake Atmos that they make, the spatial audio, is pretty nice. Let's see. Smart home strategy. I have a lot of smart home devices in the house too. If you guys are interested in that, if you got stuff interested about that, let me know. Who else? Raspberry Pi built into a keyboard. Raspberry Pis could do a lot of things. I've used them for many projects, as well as Arduinos, which, you know, takes you a step further. Let's see. Oh, Apple Care. There's a big one. Do you guys get Apple Care? I pretty much get it in all my products. The good thing to know about Apple Care, if you buy it outright for the 2 years, you could get reimbursed for the months that you're not using if you cancel it. So if you have an iPhone and trade it in at a year rather than 2 years, you could get a year or half that money back. Now they do have the monthly things, which is nice because it lets you go longer than the 2 years. But I definitely get it. And what I've been doing the past 2 years actually is I've actually been buying more Apple products from Best Buy, because if you're a Best Buy member, they have a membership. I forget what it's called, but you get Apple Care Plus for free. So the membership is like $200 a year. It's not cheap. But if you're buying many Apple products in a year or two, it pays for itself. And it's not just Apple products. They extend the warranties and stuff. I think my 77-inch OLED I bought 2 years ago, I think it was one of my first products, and the warranty for that was like $700. But if I got the Best Buy plan, it was included and it was free. So really nice. All right, I'm not into the poke music, so let's. So all my music here is with Artlist. I got a subscription over there, and we're just playing music through there. I made the change not too long ago, so I really don't have my own curated playlist yet. I'll slowly be creating some of those. But let's keep going here. The iPhone 16, the good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, I have a 16 Pro. Pro Max. My wife has a 16. I'm still liking it. It's great. If you had a 15 Pro, might not be worth upgrading. There's really not a whole lot there. But if you had a 14, definitely, jump on the bandwagon. The AI features are been rolling out a little bit here, so they're catching up. Gordon Ramsay, boy, yeah, he could get loud. Tech TV, Twit, Castlevania, some little Steadicams. Steadicams are nice to have. They make so many. Gabriel Iglesias is one of my wife's favorite comedians. We've gone to a couple of his shows. He's really good. When it comes to clean fun, he's really good. I think it's hard to do a clean comedy set. I think that shows how good people are. All right, let's keep going here. Sonos. A lot of sales stuff. We're getting close to Christmas, so yeah, a lot of the feeds are going to be pushing products and stuff. Clio file transfer vulnerability. I don't know what Clio is. Let's see. Clio manage file transfer software. Any of you guys use Clio? Let's keep going here. Again, we could, tons of stuff out there. Is ChatGPT Pro worth it? That's a good one. This looks like a short from somebody. If you guys don't know, a couple of days ago, ChatGPT came out with another level. So the first level is $20 or free, then $20, and now they came out with a $200 one. If you're a company, then it might be worth it. If you're an individual, I don't know, man. You'd have to have money to burn and be using ChatGPT so much that you're running out of tokens. That's a real tough call. It gives you more tokens and access to more, like they all do. But if your current ChatGPT is working for you and you're not running out of tokens and you're not looking to get anything quicker, I would stick with the one you're using. I use ChatGPT a lot for different things. I think it's really good. The fact it's being built into Apple products here now, soon, coming, however you want to look at it. What else is going on here? iCloud storage prices increased in 10 companies. I didn't know they were raising prices. Over the past several months, Apple has raised its prices for some of all cloud storage. So it's Japan, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, Turkey, Pakistan, Egypt, Philippines. I guess there's the prices. Storage usage for 50 gigs. It looked like they went from like 130 to 150. I mean, that's a considerable upgrade. I use iCloud a decent amount. I do have a family plan, which is what makes it worth it for me and my wife and 2 kids. But at the same time, I also have a home NAS for anything that's really important. So I don't think you should save everything you have into iCloud. Photos and videos and stuff take that, but I would also have a backup of your photos somewhere else, just in case. And yeah, I think the first 1,000 photos is free also. It's not counted towards your storage. Instagram will let video creators make trial reels for non-followers. Interesting. So, I guess other platforms will do that for new users. They could get another little reel, and you could say something to that specific demographic, I guess. Could be cool. How many of you guys use Instagram? Hit me down in the comments. Is that a platform we should be pushing? What do you guys think of what's going on over at TikTok? Do you think TikTok's going away in a year? I've had this talk back and forth with a friend of mine who uses TikTok a lot nowadays. I'm not a big TikTok person. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for educational videos to learn something. TikTok to me feels like fun in short bursts, which is why we haven't really posted over there. You could find me over there, my full name, and I've put some shorts up there and everything to see. But if I'm looking to learn something, I don't go to TikTok. I mean, I'm sorry, it's pretty much YouTube, or some forums, Reddit, or Facebook groups. As much as I don't really like Facebook and try not to use it that much, I am a member of a decent amount of groups there, and I have my own groups too. It's not so much going there for Facebook, but for the groups. What else is going on in the news? It's like sales and sales and sales. I don't want to keep talking about sales. Yeah, there's a rumor that Apple will come out with their own little home display like Amazon has. I could sit on a desk or a table or something that links into the Apple Home, which would be nice if they could keep the price somewhere relative, because to me, you would want a couple of those devices around your house, not just one. If I could just stick an iPad on the wall, it would do the same thing, right? So I don't know. They have to make it really cheaper than an iPad, and what I'm getting at. Xbox enters a new era with Indiana Jones. All right, Nerf Report got me to click. Looks like it's a short, so. And dives into the biggest video game, and not much about it, but you know what? Let's use a little Gemini thing. Upcoming release of Indiana Jones game and how it will impact Xbox's strategy of making everything on Xbox. The video discusses how the game will be available on a variety of devices, including smartphones, tablets, computers, streaming sticks. The game's received positive reviews. Yeah, it's something to look at. What platforms are you guys using? For gaming. Do you guys game on your PC, your Mac? Are you on a PlayStation guys or Xbox guys? Are you streaming in the cloud? I used to be a big Stadia person. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that it went away. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked it to stick around. It was one of the best streaming platforms that not many people knew about. The latency is what made it. It was really, really low. I didn't see any of the other platforms coming close to it when it was out. Anyway, I thought things would pick up a lot from there, but I guess I was wrong. But Xbox is doing it, Luna is doing it, GeForce Now has their own, right? Let me know. Are you using them? Are you happy with them? I want to push the big red button. Oh, that's funny. My wife would love that. PS3 emulator for the Raspberry Pi 5. Interesting. Box integration for editing images. EU digs further into Google and Meta's secret ad campaign targeting minors. I don't like diving into the rumors too much. You know, I'll read some headlines here and there, but if there was a ruling on that, I might talk about it a little more. But do you guys have any one wheels? I have 2 one wheels here, one for myself and my kids. We're liking them a lot. A little expensive, which is kind of why we rent them out as well. Apple Vision Pro named Innovation of the Year. Okay, let's take a look at this. Apple Vision Pro has been getting so much negative press because no one knows what to talk about it. That's my opinion. I've had the Apple Vision Pro since launch. Met a lot of decent people in there. I'm on it multiple times a day. It is a productivity tool to me, not a game or a consumption device. You know, I feel like the Meta, the Oculus, they're all been kind of consumption devices, whether you're gaming or watching videos or the Vision Pro has really been a productivity device to me. Not to say it doesn't do the other things super well and probably better than anyone else. One of the biggest things is the screens in there. But I don't want to make this video all on Apple Vision Pro, which I can. If you have questions about it, hit me down below. In reality, 2024's big breakthrough came from Apple in the form of long-rumored Vision Pro headset. Says PopSci online. Device has its own hurdles, to be clear. Yeah, I mean it's a great device, but not for the money. I will add, and I tell people the demographic of people that are on it right now is kind of amazing. Because it does have that price paywall, you don't have so many of the kids and so many of the arguments, and not to say there isn't those, but I feel like the demographic is a little better right now. I'm sure the floodgates are going to open at some point, but right now it's a lot of developers, a lot of people that are into technology, and people who want to figure out a way to incorporate VR into their business. There's also a great little social app, one of the few, called InSpace, where a lot of us gather in there. It's kind of like social rooms and social groups and social meetups. So the problem with Apple Vision Pro on a social aspect is you want to use FaceTime with everything because you could share your experience with people. But there's no way of meeting people in FaceTime. And even if you did, you're sharing your personal information with them, your phone number, your email. And it's not something you want to do all the time. So I understand that. But if you're one of the only people you know that has a Vision Pro, it becomes hard to find other people. So there's a good app called InSpace where you could join and you could just, without worrying about, anyone having your information, you go there, check that out. It's pretty cool. Free AI tool is better than Photoshop. AI, I mean, when it comes to photos, what's the newest thing I think they were talking about yesterday was ChatGPT's new model for doing video. I think Marcus Brown did a little video. He's been experimenting with it for a while. Looks really, really promising. I've been seeing some stuff that I can't really talk about yet, but yeah, it's coming, and which is why all the unions and everything are worried about their jobs. Apple Vision Pro becomes a visual design studio where teams can collaborate. Enables design teams to collaborate in real-time immersive settings. I have not heard about this app. No, that's a game. Line to 5 did an article. Features in real time. You know what? I've seen some stuff like this, and they were cool, but they took a lot of work to build. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that to read later. No, I'll flag that. There's little yellow marks, means I'm saving it for later. Yeah, we saw this before. YouTube introduced multiplayer mini games on playables. Yeah. So again, rumors. Apple making a hinge for foldable devices. I don't know. Do I want a foldable device? I don't really care. I think I would rather not. I like one solid piece. Again, I don't want more breaking points. I don't want more chains in the link, so to say. Mouse ring with a joystick. Wow. Yeah, so the community is picking up a lot on the Apple, and I feel like I keep talking about Apple Vision Pro, but it's here. Why not talk about it? A lot of developers have been developing. Like I said, a lot of the people I have around me and a lot of people in there are developers and have been there since the beginning and have been working on apps and have gone through a couple of different projects. The first one's not, learning experience. The difference about this release was no one had the product beforehand, right? So it was a level playing field for everybody. So we're not, we didn't see a bunch of apps at the beginning like we did see with other launches. Update your iPhone now to stop your iCloud data from being stolen. The team at Jamf Threat Labs has discovered a big security issue in Apple's transparency, consent, and control system. The flaw tagged as CVE 2024-44131 can let apps access your private stuff like photos and location details without you knowing. Interesting. Apple has already fixed the vulnerability in iOS 18 and Mac 15. Yeah, so this is like whenever you install an app, it gives you a prompt and asks you if it's okay or lets you know. So I guess they found a way around that where it wasn't asking you that vulnerability at least, but it's nothing to worry about now, I guess. I still feel like the Apple products are more secure than any of the other products on the market, which is why I use them, to be perfectly honest. I've always said the one thing that could destroy Apple is if anyone ever found out that they have been giving data to the government, and that they had backdoors built in everything. I mean, whether you believe they do or they don't, I think that would be the one thing that, they're pretty much almost a monopoly at this point. I don't think there's that much that could kill them. But I think if something like that happened or has happened and it got out, that would be the one thing that would hurt them big time. Have you guys heard of this Willow quantum chip? I have not, so but that is a question I will have for some hardware people I know. Hackers weaponize Visual Studio Code. Remote tunnels for cyber espionage. Hey guys, you've been able to do that with Visual Studio for like 2 decades, right? Why is this anything new? Wow, the XDR display is 5 years old today. No more spinning drives, really? There's still a place for spinning drives. Solid states do not have an infinite read and write. Spinning drives will last longer as long as they're powering down. So in NASs in large systems, that's not being written to that much. The spinning disk is better, in my opinion. Solid states, I don't know. You start seeing 10, 20, 30-year warranties on solid states, then maybe. But it's hard to warranty something that only has a lifespan based on how much you read and write to it. So throwing solid states in a NAS where they're being hammered all day is not so good. Path of the Exile. Never played the game, but I've been seeing lots of headlines all over the place, and I don't get what that's about. Little robots for learning robots. extended returns. Yeah, I mean, this person has a good point. If you want to check out an Apple Vision Pro, go grab one, because it'd be like renting it for a longer period of time, right? You got the extended Christmas return policy now. Wicked seems to be like the big movie that everyone's talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a musicals guy, so I'm not running out to see it unless someone else wants to see it. I mean, for the most part, that is my run through of the day. I'm just looking through stuff that was automatically saved. These are those wireless Goes. Wireless. What are they called? Yeah, Goes. These are those Rode wireless Goes that they were talking about in that the other article. So they pretty much have. They do the same thing as the Goes. The Pros do. Apple Intelligence is rolling out. I still see there's still a lot more to see here, but it's been working really nice. I wish we could do custom prompts rather than they're just predetermined stuff, but the idea, to my understanding of it, is it's supposed to learn from you and be personalized based on you, rather than you having to go that route. Image Playground and all that stuff is, fun to play with. That's kind of what I'm taking the AI stuff at this point with Apple. They're all things that's fun. The writing stuff, yeah, you might use it once in a while, but for the most part, all the Apple stuff is fun right now. It's not a must-have. It's not I'm using it left and right outside of having fun with it or trying it, right? Yeah, Tesla came out with an update the other day too, that lets you use your watch, your Apple Watch, to unlock your car, which is pretty nice and works pretty well. So if you're a person that don't have your phone with you all the time, I guess you could do it with your watch. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Today's news. I'm going to try to do this a couple of times a week. The holidays is here, so we'll see what happens with that. But thanks for stopping in. Hope you found some of this helpful, useful. You have questions about things, you want to jump on the next chat, ask them live, have a conversation about it. Till next time. Later.